Hello and welcome to today's Speakout online practice session. We're here to retain your speech and swallowing skills, and it's really important to practice that every day. So thank you for joining me in today's session. I'm Brett Myers, and I'm a speech language pathologist at the University of Utah. But today I'm reporting to you from Arnold's Drive-In. You might recognize Arnold's from the TV show Happy Days. And you guessed it, that's our theme today. Happy days. Say it with intent. Happy days. Now, what do we do when we're happy? We smile. So smile and say it again with intent. Happy days. It's really important to think about smiling to make sure that your muscles are actively engaged and intentional when you're talking. So later on today in our session, when we're reading, I want you to smile while reading. It's an added little challenge, but I think you can do it. Now, what's Fonzie's favorite letter? A! Say that and hold it out. A! Now I think we're ready for our Speakout warm-up. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to hold out each syllable and stretch it into the next one. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again, with intent. May, me, my, mo, moo. Get your voice up and out. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. One more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. Very good. Let's take a sip of water. Now let's hold out a strong ah. Here we go. Ah. Make sure your mouth is wide open and send your voice up and out. Again. Ah. One more time. Ah. When doing this exercise, it's important to think strong, not long. You want your voice to be strong and clear, but it doesn't necessarily have to be very long. So let's hold it out for 5 seconds this time, making sure that it's extra clear. Here we go. Ah. Again, up and out. Ah. Let's take a sip of water. Now we're ready for a glide. We'll glide on an ah all the way to the top, and then we'll stop at the top and glide back down. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Again. Ah. Stop. Ah. Make sure you're connecting all the notes going up and back down. Here we go. Ah, ah. Again. Ah, ah. One more time, make it strong and clear. Ah, stop. Ah. There we go. Let's take a sip of water. All right, now let's do some counting. We'll go through the numbers from 1 to 16. We can stop at the end of each row, and in the middle of each row, make sure you're connecting the numbers one to the next. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It can take a lot of intent to make it all the way to 16. Let's make it even more challenging and go backwards. So we'll go 16 all the way down to 1. Here we go. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a sip of water. And now we're ready for today's reading activity. We'll be reading about happy days, and as I mentioned earlier, let's be intentional about smiling while reading. We'll read each slide twice, and when we get to the highlighted words, make sure you put extra intent into saying those words. Here we go, let's read together. Happy Days was about teenager Richie Cunningham, his family, and his friends in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the 1950s. Let's do it again. Happy Days was about teenager Richie Cunningham, his family, and his friends in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the 1950s. Are you smiling? You've got another chance here. Let's read together. The show premiered on January 15th, 1974, but didn't become popular until 1976. Try it again. Make sure you're smiling. The show premiered on January 15th, 1974, but didn't become popular until 1976. Happy Days ran for 11 seasons, making it one of ABC's longest-running series. Again, Happy Days ran for 11 seasons, making it one of ABC's longest-running series. The show had spin-off series including Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy, and Joni Loves Chachi. Try it again. The show had spin-off series including Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy, and Joni Loves Chachi. Okay, lots of intent here. Keep smiling. Happy Days still stands as one of television's most timeless sitcoms. Again, make it nice and strong. Happy Days still stands as one of television's most timeless sitcoms. Now I've got some picture challenges for you. Can you name this character? If you know his name, say it with lots of intent. Who is he? The answer is Richie Cunningham. Say it again with lots of intent. Richie Cunningham. The actor was Ron Howard, and he went on to become a prolific director. He's still a very famous director in Hollywood. Who's this character? The answer is Arthur Fonzarelli. I'll also accept Fonzie or the Fonz, but let's say his full name with intent. Arthur Fonzarelli. Who's this character? Can you remember her name? Say it with intent. Here's the answer. Marion Cunningham. Let's say it again with intent. Marion Cunningham. She was played by Marion Ross, and I learned that she actually got this role from going to a dinner party, and there was a casting agent there at the party who just liked her, who met her and liked her and said, "Hey, I want you to be in this show." And she landed the role of Richie's mom. Who's this character? If you know it, say it with intent. There's a clue with her signature letter on her sweater. The answer is Laverne DeFazio. Say it with intent. Laverne DeFazio. Of course, Laverne went off to get her own spin-off in Laverne and Shirley, but in Happy Days, she played the Fonz's girlfriend in some episodes. All right, let's take a sip of water. For the next activity, I'd like to read some of the lyrics from the Happy Days theme song. If you want to sing, you're welcome to. Just make sure you sing out. But the primary focus here is to stay in rhythm with each other. We'll go slowly, and I'll clap along. So it'll be like Sunday, Monday, happy days. All right, I'll give you 2 claps, and then we'll go. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. Let's do it again, and maybe we could even pick up the pace just a little bit. Here we go. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. Let's say that last line again with lots of intent. Here we go. Grooving all week with you. Great. Let's take another sip of water. Now let's say Dr. Boone's words with intent. Goo la gung ga ga. Goo la gung ga ga. Ku ka mung goo ka. Ku ka mung goo ka. Gung gla. Gung gla. Ku kla. Ku kla. All right, now we're ready for today's bonus round. For today's bonus round, we'll be reading about how Ron Howard came into the part of Richie Cunningham. So let's read each slide with lots of intent, but of course, when we get to the highlighted section, we'll give it extra intent. And again, think about smiling as we do this. Ron Howard's first big role was Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show. Before Happy Days, Howard did not want to do another series. He went to school to become a director. At the time, Howard had a low draft number for the Vietnam War. The draft allows occupational deferment if your job affects the employment of 30 or more people. Let's read that again. The draft allows occupational deferment if your job affects the employment of 30 or more people. Therefore, Howard signed on to Happy Days to avoid the draft. Shortly after filming the pilot episode, President Nixon ended the draft. Let's read that again. Shortly after filming the pilot episode, President Nixon ended the draft. And of course, it was happily ever after for Ron Howard. He landed a successful sitcom and went on to have a very accomplished career. And of course, Happy Days, now 50 years old, is still an American classic and a household name. So that's it for today's Happy Days session. Thank you for joining me today. As I mentioned earlier, it's important to practice every day. If you would like to be connected with a Speakout provider near you, you can look at the Parkinson Voice Project website to find a local provider or a provider in your state. If you are in Utah or if you know anyone in Utah, feel free to reach out to my clinic. I'll put our information up here in a second, and we would be happy to see you. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, a happy day with intent.